Play with a Passport. Y'all see the title, we're going to jump right into it. So, when I first started traveling, I was dating just like the rest of the guys were dating. Or dating just like most people who were coming into a country were dating. Right? You know, if she looked good, I would just at her. Right? But there came a point where I got humbled. There came a point when I realized I wasn't doing nothing. There came a point when I realized, man, these females that I'm dealing with, man, they not the real deal. So I'm going to give you guys a story about this. And also I'm going to chop some game with you. I used to get this R&B. I used to get this Airbnb from the same guy, right? Over time, he and I, we established a good relationship, good rapport. He had several buildings throughout Bogota, right? So I would go to different ones. If one wasn't available, I would go to the other one. He had some really good Airbnbs. One day, I'm getting settled into the Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? He and I, we just kind of talking, chopping it up a little bit. And this woman comes walking down the aisle of the condominium, you know, to her apartment. So she walks past, and you know, she was attractive. So after she walked past, she got in her building. I made some kind of a comment like, "Damn, like man, she was bad as hell," you know. But when I said that, the owner of the Airbnb, he looked at me, he said, "You thought she was hot?" I thought he was crazy. I'm like, yeah, she was, yeah, what you talking about, man? What you talking about? Yeah, she was hot. He said, man, he just laughed. He said, man, you American guys, man, you guys, man, you only go for the looks, man. I'm like, well, shit, again, you know, I'm like, what you expect? You know, I can't be knocking down no duck. You know, I can't be knocking down no duck. And he's like, man, I'll show you a beautiful woman. So he pulls out his phone. He shows me a female that he's dating. And so I'm one of these people, right? Let me just put this out there. You can't be bragging to me, telling me about how hot your girl is, how fine your girl is, and then you're like, you want to see a picture of her? If she's not what you say she is, I'm going to let you know. If she's not what you say she is, I'm going to let you know. That's just what it is, right? So anyway, he's like, I'll show you. I'll really show you. You know what I'm saying? So he pulls out the phone. He shows me a picture. And man, it was next level. She was on another level. It was a different level of beauty. I'm talking just from the way she dressed, the way she looked, just everything about her was different. And I realized then, man, that's what I need. I realized then that, man, I was doing it backwards. I mean, I got this all wrong. I started hanging out more. Now, I did all this. This was just happening. I didn't do it like consciously, like I consciously was doing this. But I was staying in Envigado. I was out there for like 3 months, right? Staying out there in Envigado, and so I was meeting people. And, man, I'm just hanging out there in Envigado with the people that I had met, the Colombians and the Venezuelans. You know, I was only in Envigado. Never saw Americans. Never saw foreigners. I think there was a hotel like down the street from the Airbnb that I was staying at. I think I saw like some a group of guys. There's probably like 3 or 4 dudes. They were white dudes, and they got right in a taxi, and like that was the only people I saw. When I would go to the mall, Viva Mall in Envigado, I never saw Americans. I might see like maybe 1 or 2, right? So one day I'm at Viva Mall, and I see this dude, dark brother, tall dude, man. He looked like Zion from the reggaeton group Zion and Lennox. And he was fresh to death, right? So I'm out there waiting to go walk across the street and go over to the little bar my friend had. And I get to talking to him. Man, come to find out, he's Colombian. He was from a city near Barranquilla, or as they say, Barranquilla. He was from a city near Barranquilla. And man, he had this badass female with him, right? And so he and I were talking, and he's asking me where I'm from. I'm telling him, yo, United States, Florida. He's like, oh, Miami. I'm like, yeah, I'm United States. And we're talking. He's like, yeah, man, this is my girlfriend. He had a real strong Colombian accent, too. Very strong. He's like, yeah, man, this is my girlfriend or whatever, right? And he introduced her to me. I said, hello, how you doing? Very beautiful. Then she ends up like going over to the Éxito grocery store. She went and grabbed something out of there. So he and I are talking. And so I tell him, I said, man, you got a very beautiful woman there, man. You represent. It's good to see Colombian brothers, man, doing their thing. Then he made a comment. Yeah, man, well, you American guys, man, you guys don't really get the best women. That's exactly what he said. And so I'm mind blown. I'm like, really? He said, yeah, man, you guys aren't really, but you guys are just having fun. I understand you're coming for vacation. I said, no, man, no, talk to me. Talk to me. Boom. As we're getting ready to talk, his girl comes back. Boom. They get in the taxi. I'm like, hey, man, nice to meet you. Da-da-da-da-da. I always remember that. Again, so I'm hanging out in Envigado because I'm meeting people in Envigado, the locals. And I'm not talking, when I say locals, people, I'm not talking about Americans that live in Colombia. Let me be clear about that. I'm talking about Colombians and Venezuelans that live in country. They live in the country. That's where they live. That's their home. So I'm hanging out with all the locals. I'm meeting everybody. I'm getting invited to different things, different events. I'm getting invited to different gatherings, house gatherings, parties, get-togethers. Man, I've been all through Medellin just based on my relationships and friendships with my people in Envigado. But what I began to notice is that they wanted to hook me up with their friends or family member, and the quality of the woman started to do like this. I started to trend up. And I'm like I was noticing it, but I wasn't noticing. It's kind of one of those things you kind of step back and you take a look then and now, and you're like, wow, man, that's when I really started to trend up with the quality women. Because when you have a local network, a local foundation, you have people to vouch for you. You have people to speak on your behalf. You have people to say, oh, no, man, Baron, no, man, he's good people, man. Teddy, man, no, he's a good person, man. He's got a good heart. He comes down here several times a year. He lives right over there. We met over here. He's a good person. You got people to vouch for you. Vouch for your character. Vouch for the person that you are. So now you find yourself in position where you're really getting the cream of the crop. You're not scraping the bottom of the barrel anymore. You're getting the cream of the crop because you're getting that local push. So I just wanted to share that with you guys so that you guys too can start to build a local network of good people. And I'm pretty sure once you do that, you will notice, like I did, how the quality of women that you deal with just goes way up, off the charts. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Player with a Passport. That's PLAYHER. Whoa, I messed that up. I had a brain fart. PLAY_ER with a passport. Player with a passport, man, on Instagram. PLAY_ER with a passport. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video.